Hello, ARC family, and welcome to the ARC journey. Today, I want to share with you just some updates and highlights of things that are happening in the region. I want to share with you that with the MTO, Ministry Training and Ordination, we have two candidates that are coming before the committee for ordination, and we're super excited about their potential of life ordination and their being able to receive that at a conference, online conference this year. And then we will have a service for all of the people that we have ordained, a special service when we can all meet together again in person. So we're excited about that. We are also excited that the MTO is taking the time right now to work through their handbook. They're working through some of the stuff that needs to be updated again. They're also working on and about ready to present to the Ag Council their expansion or potential expansion of reimbursement for those that are seeking further education or furthering their education, especially those that are going through for the first time. So we are excited about that, being able to support them more actively and to be able to help and assist, especially with those that are continuing their education as bivocational. So the second is church relations. They're continuing to work on definitions of discipleship and also expanding the with expansion of the church health self-assessment. This being able to determine or for you to look at what you're doing with discipleship, how effective is it, so all of this stuff is they're brainstorming, trialing, working together to come up with some ideas for us that we might be able to be effective disciple makers. Not that this would make that determination, but would help us to do our own assessment. Are we achieving the end result that we're hoping to get? I think I want to share with you a little bit about Camp Sunrise. We are, of course, praying that we will be able to hold camp this year. However, it is still in the hands of Maryland. They haven't yet, or at least not to my knowledge, made the decision, the key decision, which didn't allow us to have camp last year. They had made the regulation that there were no overnight campers at a camping program, and they haven't lifted that yet. So our deans and our director are working very hard to come up with some alternatives if we can't have camp at camp this year, so that we can do something in person. And stay tuned. We'll find out what that ends up being. But I think our basic agreement is that we don't want camp to just be virtual this year. We want to be able to do something or provide something that is face to face and interactive. So that's that. I ask that you would continue to keep praying for our nursing home ministry, our ministry to our seniors. That is has been very strenuous this year. It continues to be strenuous, and although everything is looking good right now, I ask that you would continue to pray for our caregivers, that you would continue to pray for our residents, that they would know and experience God's love exactly where they are. If you have not joined one of our online learning communities, we have two available ongoing right now. One of them is the podcast learning community that Mike Babula is hosting. If you've not joined one of those discussion groups with Pastor Mike, they are absolutely phenomenal. And what he does is he suggests that you listen to a podcast. You have about 2 weeks to listen to it. and to take some notes, or just listen. Or if you haven't even listened, to just come join the online discussion group. What did we learn from this? What did we take away? What were the highlights, et cetera, et cetera. It's no stress. It's only an hour long online discussion group. And I think that it has been highly profitable for everyone that has been involved. And I want to thank Mike personally for making this happen. And I think that if you have not joined in on one, you have missed out. They are some great podcasts and great discussion groups. We also have one that Pastor Sean Roberts has been doing. It is a youth worker to youth worker, and it is a cohort learning group, a community learning group that is working on sharing what they are experiencing through youth ministry. Pastor Roberts has been sharing some of the basics, going over some one-on-one kind of things, and then they've been talking about how it relates to their experiences and what they are experiencing. And it's a great time to ask questions. And they are sharing together what they are discovering and praying for one another. So it's become a pretty great group. You can find those discussions online on with this on our with this update on our webpage, and hope that you have a chance to share those with your youth and children's youth workers. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Things are happening, even though we're snowed in at the moment, and COVID stuff, all that. I want to ask that you would keep shining. You're making a difference. Thank you for your incredible messages that I've been able to listen to online. Have greatly appreciated being a part of so many different worship services without being able to go and visit everyone. So thank you very much, and I appreciate the work that you are doing. If you have not had the opportunity yet to do your ministry review for the General Conference, please check into that. It is helpful for all of us to understand what's happening across the denomination. So thank you. Keep shining. We'll see you next week. And bye-bye.